You've poured your heart into creating an incredible product or service. You've built a beautiful website. You're excited and you're ready to launch. But then crickets. Many small business owners really fall into the trap of believing that if they simply create something great, that customers will automatically show up. And unfortunately, that's not how business works. So the hard truth is no matter how amazing your offer is, people won't just find it. So if you find yourself struggling with low visibility, slow sales, or an audience that just isn't engaging, you don't have a product problem, you have a marketing problem. Hello and welcome to another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. I'm your host, Jenny Lyon, and today I want to break down why the build it and they will come mindset in business is a killer, definitely a business killer, and what actually works when it comes to attracting and converting customers. So step number one is you really have to understand that visibility equals sales. So again, no matter how good your product or your service is, if people don't know that it exists, they can't buy it. And the most successful brands aren't necessarily the best. They're simply the most visible. So here's the most common mistakes that we see that keep businesses invisible. First is relying on organic traffic alone and then hoping that people will just stumble across your business. The second is avoiding social media because it feels overwhelming. And the last is skipping SEO. A lot of customers think that they're going to assume that paid ads alone will drive sales or organic traffic alone will drive sales. But we really want to think about that long-term marathon strategy as well. So you want to make sure that your offers, your website, everything is SEO optimized. So the easiest ways to fix those particular issues is first to use a multi-channel marketing approach. You want your marketing strategy to be all-encompassing, right? So it needs to cover social media, email marketing, SEO, content marketing, your ads, all of these things that you're putting out into the world really need to work together. The second is to invest in visibility building activities. So that could be things like PR, it could be guest podcasting, it could be different types of collabs or partnerships. And then the last is to set up an evergreen content strategy. This way you're attracting traffic consistently to your business over time. So here's a pro tip. Your audience really needs to see you multiple times before they're going to take action. So studies show that it really does take 7, 10, or more brand interactions before someone's going to make a purchase. Okay, step number 2 is to stop waiting and start actively driving traffic. So if you've been waiting for your customers to find you, then it's time to kind of flip the switch and really switch yourself from that passive to proactive marketing. So there are some high impact ways to drive more traffic. The first, one of my favorites, is to leverage paid ads. Even if you have just a really small ad budget, it can really bring in consistent leads. The second is to show up consistently on social media. I know this is not a fan favorite, but your audience isn't going to engage if they don't hear from you. And the last is, again, to use collaborations and partnerships. If you can tap into other people's audiences that have your ideal client in that audience, you can really 10 times your reach overnight. So here's another pro tip. If you're not getting enough traffic, you don't need a new product. You need a better strategy for driving the traffic to your already existing products or services. So if you do need help in the ads department, we do have our $10 a day ad template that you can grab at jennylyon.com/ad template, and that will get you on your way to creating your first visibility ads. Okay, step number 3 is to focus on building a warm audience, not just selling to strangers. So many business owners are going to focus way too much on cold audiences, people who have never heard of you before. But selling to a warm audience, people who already know you, they already like and they trust you, it's really 10 times easier than convincing a complete stranger to purchase from you. So here's some ways to build a warm audience that's going to convert. The first is to grow your email list, and you can do that a lot of different ways, but one of my favorites is to create a valuable freebie and then use that freebie to get people into your ecosystem and then nurture those leads with consistent, valuable content. The second is to engage your audience on social media. You really have to be interactive here. You need to be responding to comments, starting conversations, and overall building trust. And the last, you can use your ad template for this one as well, is to use retargeting ads to stay at top of mind for people. You want to use retargeting ads for maybe people who have visited your website or who have already interacted with your brand in one way or another. So another pro tip is that businesses can nurture their audience through consistent engagement. And when they do, they're going to see higher conversion rates and lower ad spend. Okay, step number 4 is to optimize your offer for conversions. So again, it's not enough to just have an offer and put it out into the world. You really need to position it in a way that makes people want to buy it. So here's some signs that your offer needs optimization. So the first is people click to your sales page, but they don't buy, or you get a "I'll think about it" objection if you're doing like discovery calls or consultations. If you're hearing that over and over again, that's a good sign that your offer needs optimization. Another is that your audience engages with your free content, but they aren't converting into paying customers. If that's the case, it's time to do a little bit more digging. Okay, but there are ways to fix it. So you want to ensure that your offer solves a really pressing problem that your audience truly cares about. You want to clearly communicate the transformation that they'll experience, not just the features. And you want to use urgency and scarcity. So things like limited spots, fast action bonuses, anything that you can do to encourage action. So another pro tip here is if your funnel isn't converting, then you want to tweak your messaging before assuming that you do need a new offer. And step number 5 is to leverage consistency and data to improve your results. So as we all know, success isn't built overnight. If it were, then we would all be multimillionaires. And it's really built through consistency, through testing, through optimization. So here's some ways that you can track and improve your business growth. The first is to closely monitor your KPIs, your key performance indicators. Are you tracking your leads? Are you tracking your conversions? How about your audience growth? You want to A/B test your strategies. So make sure that you're trying different calls to action, maybe different price points, and of course, different messaging to see what's going to convert the best. And be patient. Be patient, but stay consistent. Most businesses will give up way too soon. They will see that their strategies aren't working, so they'll just quit or they'll pivot. You really have to give your strategies a chance to work. So another pro tip here is marketing isn't magic. I wish it were, but it's really all about data-driven decisions. If something isn't working, adjust it and test it again. So if you're ready to stop hoping that people are going to come, and you're really ready to start growing your business, and you've kind of just been sitting back, you've been waiting for the customers to come to you, it's time to really shift that and take control of your own growth. If you have the right marketing strategy, you can drive consistent traffic. You can attract engaged buyers, and you can scale your business really effectively. So if you need help with that and you want a step-by-step plan, then please reach out. My team is here to support you. You can always schedule a free call at jennylyon.com/marketing momentum, or jennylyon.com/chat with Jenny. Either way, that will get you directly through to my team. They'll be happy to jump on a call with you and really go through and help create a step-by-step plan that can really move you from sitting and waiting and crossing your fingers and hoping that they will come to really creating a marketing strategy around everything that you want to do in your business that's going to not only bring you in leads, but it's going to bring you in leads that are very excited to purchase what you have to offer. All right. Well, that's what I have for you this week. I hope you found these tips helpful. As always, I'll see you next time on another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. See you soon.